We're having an explosion of inner consciousness of these events, but we don't know what's causing it. Most people are just feeling tremendous inner turmoil, and they think it's outside politics, and certainly outside politics have a huge effect on us.
Well, they're a reflection of it.
Yeah, especially it's a reflection of it, so that everybody in the political arena is being affected by this level of catastrophophobia, as well as us as individuals. And so in my case, I'm part Cherokee and have had an indigenous training as a child. And I was taught that unless we recover our story, we will not survive. Now, you know, the actual story of our species. And at this point, this particular issue is now basically something that's understood by people, which is we are in the middle of a mass extinction. And we've had a series of mass extinctions over millions and millions of years. And with each mass extinction, what happened was a whole new level of evolution started. And so we're in the middle of a mass extinction right now, which was too scary to talk about, but at this point everybody knows it. And so now we can bring that into the dialogue. The reason it's important is a mass extinction is always a clearing away of old issues and old species, and a new species comes in. And I think that the new species will be enlightened humans. I do not think we will survive if we don't raise our consciousness and remember our story. And that's the whole point of awakening.
Yes.
Where we are right now is we're stuck in our world, the third dimension, dealing with incredible fourth dimensional polarization and trauma as these memories come forth. But we must never forget that we also have the ability to go up to the fifth dimension or the sixth dimension, the level of the soul. We have the ability to go to higher dimensions right now. And the Pleiadians said back in 1995 that 9 dimensions of consciousness would open within the human at the end of the Mayan calendar. And it actually has happened. But because of it, we're just flooded with all these multi-layers of consciousness. And we don't know what's going on. We as users of artificial intelligence need to start discerning what kind of level we're going to be at. And if you want to be at a reptilian level where you're under the influence of total mind control, just play with your smartphone all day. And not use your smartphone for what it could do, which would be to take you into many other zones and many other realities. You know, so I can't emphasize enough how much what the individual is doing right now matters.
I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And let me just give a couple of examples. When you're talking about what you could be doing with your smartphone, there was an app I was exposed to very recently, and I haven't downloaded it yet. What it does is it shows kind of heart math-like, in a heart math sense, the field and where emotions and thoughts are rising on a global level. So you can see where consciousness is rising and where consciousness is falling, like a living, breathing view of the earth, but it's human consciousness, because they're able to tap in now through various instrumentation to the level of consciousness, the level of fear versus peace or calm that is happening within a human and a collective of humans. I mean, there are other apps similar to this, not exactly like that also serve our tapping into and validating the use of our higher consciousness. No one knows them.
Yeah, and so people need then, the thing that's critically important to realize is the fourth dimensional mind control can't take us over if we're functioning at those higher levels.
Can't.
As soon as we're in the heart or in the logos, the sixth dimension, or in the seventh dimensional light, or in the mind of the divine in the eighth dimension, or in the center of the universe, the galaxy, the reptilians can't control us anymore. We just move out of their sphere.
We move out of that frequency
and as I said
band.
to you earlier, as we go through this crisis that we're in the middle of right now, I'm tuning into them more than usual. I got a lot of criticism in Pleiadian Agenda for channeling positive reptiles. King Lizard was one of my favorites. But the reptiles want to take a break. Probably they want to take a permanent vacation. They're tired of it. And if we can just continue this beautiful creativity that we possess, it's unlimited, the levels that we can go to. And so this goes back to this issue of an extinction going on right now. What's happening is we are living through the extinction of the fourth dimensional mind control. We're living with an extinction of the reptilians having undue influence on us.
That means we're also living through the extinction of what we've come to embrace as our own self-identity. And we have to let go of the perception of that.
Yeah, so if you're a person who identifies with your elite bloodline and your elite identity, you might want to think a little bit about what you're identifying with.